Now it's time for desktop discussions.
Hey folks, if you've ever gone through some things in life and you know that you would just like to have a period of life where things are cool, calm, there's no fighting, there's no disruption, there's no chaos, and you really would like to understand, you're like me. I'm the type of person that really seeks clarity, and a lot of times, to be honest with you, I simply just do not get it, but I try my best to stay calm. And when I am not calm, it's because I'm really trying hard and fighting hard with trying to get to the bottom line of a thing. It doesn't matter what the thing is. It could be personal or it could be professional. But if you're like that, this is for you. You see, it's funny that no one in life is perfect. We all get it wrong sometimes. We all have a past, and that past has exposed us to many things. Sometimes it's our fault. Sometimes it's complicated, as the phrase goes. But the point is, we do have a past. And here's the rub. A lot of times what happens with us as we're trying to make amends or try to make sense of things that we're going through in life, you just can't see it clear. You can't get out of your own way. You can't get past the problem. And then when you finally are able to sort of sink your teeth into it or make sense of it, the situation or the people that are also involved, they simply do not want to come to the same place that you're at. They don't want to be in a space where they can make sense of things. They don't want to admit to certain things. They don't want to come clean. But yet, you're trying to clear your conscience. You're trying to make sure the air is clean, but it's just you. Did that ever happen to you? Well, it's happened to me many times, unfortunately, and I refuse to be a part of the go along to get along crew. I believe if there's a case to be made, let's state the case. If things need to be clarified, let's get the clarification out in the open. Let's, roll up our sleeves, show we have nothing to hide, and make sense of things. But because we all have a past, many people want to hold you hostage to that past, be it your fault or not. And that's very unfortunate because let he without sin cast the first stone. I know I've read that somewhere, and it's apparent in my life, and it's probably apparent in your life too. Now, if you've come out to be the perfect person, then it doesn't make sense with you. But it makes sense for the majority, the overwhelming majority of people here in the world. So here's the thing. I know when I was a kid, it was really interesting how I always asked questions. And why did I ask questions? Because I really wanted to understand. And those questions that I asked about life, many times I was not satisfied with the answer. Because I was a kid, I had to accept the answer and move on. But there was still something inside of me that was left unsatisfied. There was a little itch, a little space that had not been filled. I always wanted the void to not be there because I really wanted to understand. Just like now in life, I want to understand many of the challenges that we're up against, personally and professionally. But because I cannot make someone else come to terms with the bottom line of something, I cannot make another person admit a certain truth. I cannot make a person understand my truth or my set of challenges. Sometimes we find that we're at a stalemate, a fork in the road. But the bottom line still is even further. I keep saying bottom line because no matter how you slice it, how you look at it, you're going to find yourself at a point that you're going to either have to learn to let it go or move on in a way that's beneficial for you. And unfortunately, that's not always a happy medium. It may be just like putting a place marker on a map or on a wall or on a corkboard. It just sits there because there's no more that you can do. That's the end of that particular issue or the end of the road in this particular case. So it would be great if many of us could really realize that life could be so much better if we can just be willing to come to terms with what is. You're not going to always get what you want, but you can come to terms with what is. It may be difficult, it may be challenging, but sometimes that's all that you can do. Now, I don't know about you, but if you have any questions or you feel opposed to what I'm saying, please feel free to share your comments, share your questions, or state a scenario that you've gone through in a similar fashion. With that being said, radiate the brain, change the game. I'll see you next time.